In the news, the presidential candidate of the Democratic People's Party, DPP, Felix Osakwe, has said if elected as the president of Nigeria, his administration will give top consideration to youth employment. Osakwe made this known at the party secretariat after he was adopted as the sole presidential candidate of the DPP for the 2019 presidential election. DPP presidential candidates who expressed concern over the high unemployment rate in the country promised that 50% of his appointments will be given to youths, while a certain percentage will be given to the children of the poor.
The passion for our youths is number one in my heart. And not just a passion, I believe it's also a mandate given to me by the Almighty God. That enough is enough, that our youths in this country must live a second-class life or a second-class citizens of this country. Before now, our politicians seem to have forgotten our youths. And like I said, because it's a mandate, and when I speak from my heart. Speak from my heart because I've not been a politician before. So those political games and lies, I don't know how to talk about it. I'm speaking from my heart because I know God is going to ask me someday about all these promises. So I know that by the grace of God, God's willing as a sitting president of Nigeria in 2019, our youth will be a priority in my heart. Like I said, that if you want to talk about the ministers, ambassadors or DGs, or executive secretaries, I said at least 50% of our youths will, for the first time in the history of this country, will be appointed. And not even only that. Then I said 40% of them will be the children of the poor, that they don't have the opportunity. That it's not ever going to be the children of the rich all the way. So the children of the poor, bring them on board because they know the problem and they are aware of the problem that others are going through. And not until we get to that level, forget it. Terrorism, kidnapping, stealing, name it, will continue in this country, not until we bring them on board. Because when we bring them on board, then they will know what to do to bring others on board, and that's the only way we can have a new Nigeria.
He also promised to restructure Nigeria and address the problem of insecurity facing the country if elected president in 2019.
We also do everything we can to make sure that for the first time, our women will have a voice in this country. That they should not be living their life as if a woman is not created by the Almighty God. So we'll do everything to make sure they also have a voice. And in order not to take much time, we have so many things that we can offer this nation, such as restructuring this country. Without restructuring, we are wasting our time, we are deceiving ourselves.
In his address, the national chairman of the party, who announced the candidature of Osakwe as the party presidential flag bearer, asked electorate to vote right candidates into power come 2019 to avoid the mistakes of the past.
It's the question of garbage in and garbage out. If you vote good people, you get good government. If you vote wrong people, everybody will suffer for the next 4 years. And so if you think you want to rig, if you allow them to rig, then collectively all of us will suffer it.
Benson also called on Nigerians to actively participate in upcoming elections in the country.